Welcome back to the OTB channel and part 4 of my Slackware Live Marty installation. This is actually the last of the videos I'll be doing in this series. I've installed from the live CD, I've set up Slack Package and Slack Package Plus, and last week we looked at how to use the Git repo of slackbuilds.org, the one maintained by Ponce, and a graphical user tool called SBO Package and its associated queue builder application. This is going to be quite a brief video, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to look at how we can use some of the newer package formats that have recently been introduced across the Linux world, namely app images, snaps, and Flatpaks. I'm only going to concentrate on Flatpaks because they give us the most functionality. Snaps are only relevant for a systemd system, which of course Slackware isn't. And app images, well, they're essentially a self-mounting ISO file that you just double click on to start a program. So let's start talking very briefly about Flatpaks. What are they? I'm not going to go into the technical details too much, other than to say they're a universal package format which will run on any system. And in general terms, they contain all the dependencies that are required for that program, which can be really useful if, like me, you're now running Slackware Current, which is a little bit of a moving target as far as dependencies are concerned. So let's get into it. I'll show you some of the commands to install and run Flatpaks, and then we'll end this series talking about the Slackware Live CD and what we think of it. So how do you go about using a Flatpak on Slackware? Well, the first thing that you'll need to install is the Flatpak application. Luckily, this is available on slackbuilds.org, and it's also available in the Git repo that's managed by Ponce. I installed it with SBO Package, and luckily it installed absolutely flawlessly. No problem whatsoever. Once that was installed, the rest is plain sailing. I went over to docs.flatpak.org to see what I needed to do, and apparently you can run and install Flatpaks as a root user or as a standard user. If you execute all of the Flatpak commands as a standard user, the applications will only be available to a standard user. If you install a Flatpak, however, as the root user, the application will be available to everybody on the system. The first thing that you actually need to do is to add a remote repository. You do this as a standard user, and on the docs.flatpak.org website, they have a command there. I simply put that into the terminal, and it added the online repo. That's the hard work done. After that, you go on to the Flathub site, flathub.org, and search for the application that you want to install. It has various categories here. I did actually search for DVD RIP, but unfortunately I couldn't find it here. What I have found though is Avidamux, if I'm pronouncing that right, which I attempted to install using SBO Package, and unfortunately it failed. But I can see we've got a Flatpak here of Avidamux, and if you scroll down to the Avidamux's page, you'll see an install command there. You simply need to copy that, go into a terminal, paste it, and it tells me it needs to do a number of things. it needs certain permissions, and it needs dbus access. Is that okay? I'm simply going to type yes. And it downloads the file. You should be aware, of course, that Flatpaks are bigger than normal files because they contain so many of the dependencies that are required, or runtimes in Flatpak speak. So that would appear to have installed. Let's see if it appears in the menu. Not as yet. Oh yes, it does. Sorry, let me click on that. And there you go. No problem at all. Let's do another quick look at what else we have. Let me find something. Gpodder we've already installed, of course, through SBO package. How about make MPV, or make MKV, should I say? Let's go down to the command line that we need to paste into our terminal. Again, it asks for certain permissions and dbus access. We type yes. I should say I have no idea what this actually does. But we seem to almost be there now. It's still downloading it, but it's only got a few more components to download by the looks of it. And that's it installed. What is make MKV? I have no idea at all. Has it added itself to our menu? I don't see it as yet. Oh, there it is. My fault again. Make MKV beta. Excellent. So it really is as simple as that. In Slackware you have many options. You have the standard Slack package, which is extended using the Slack Package Plus plugin. You can use Slack builds, and you can build the queues when you're installing Slack builds with SBO package, or if you're on stable SBO tools. And you also have the option of installing Flatpaks. So let's have a chat about that. So that's Flatpaks. I've installed quite a few and I'm happy to report there's no errors. They've all installed flawlessly. And I will, in the notes to this video, leave links to the Flatpak documentation for all the commands and to the flathub repo, where you can copy and paste the commands to install new applications. You will also see on the documentation page that I'll link to that updating Flatpaks is easy, removing them is easy as well. I'm not saying that they are a complete solution because they are very large. However, as I've already mentioned, with something like Current, with libraries changing all the time, they can be useful. You're not going to come across any, or at least many, conflicts. So that's it for this Slackware Live installation. And what do I think of the Slackware Live CD? I'm very impressed. Installation is straightforward. Setting up Slack package, again, really straightforward. And although not quite as easy as on stable, running Slack builds with SBO package in Current is still a possibility. And if it doesn't work, you can always install Flatpaks. I think that Slackware is still very much relevant for 2019. It's only missing that one thing, which is automatic dependency resolution. But I'm hoping that what I've shown over these videos is that's much less of a problem than you might think at the beginning. What I'd personally like to see is the Slackware Live CD developed so that it becomes the standard installation media for Slackware. It would be great if Slackware 15 were actually launched within a live disk or a live ISO file. And alongside that, I'd like to see Slackware Live using the stable version, not just built against the current libraries, but I'm aware that there are technical reasons for that. But anyway, that's it for today. I'll see you next week with something a little bit different, hopefully. Stay well, YouTube, and thank you for watching.